Hi guys, welcome to Ray Beauty UK show. Thank you for tuning in today. May God bless you. Thank you for being part of this show. I'm so happy that you've tuned in today. Welcome, welcome, welcome all of you. Karibu, karibu sana. Today I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we're going to talk about issues that men face in our community. There's so many issues that men face in our community. And today I want to talk about few of them, not all of them, but few of them. So stay tuned, invite a friend, invite somebody so they can be able to learn something, And if you like this video, kindly hit that button, hit it. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel. So today we are talking about issues that men face in our community. Thank you for those who have joined on Facebook Live. Thank you who are on YouTube Live. May God bless you. And we are going to speak and see what are the things that men deal with. Sometimes people think that men don't face issues. Men are not going through problems. Men are not going through any trials, but they're going through difficulties day in, day out. Yeah. So I want us to go through all those. So number one, excuse me first. Number one is men, money, and pressure. Money. Men are being pressured in the part of money. When it comes to money, it's good to be financially successful, and we all want our children to be financially successful. We all want to be financially successful, but there's something about money that our men are being pressured with, and they face those kind of challenges in our community that, they have to do better. They have to provide. Which is good, they have to provide, but this can push our men into things that are not really good, and we're going to see that in a little while. So financial successful, it's good, yeah, and I'm not saying it's bad, it's really good, but we're not meant to put pressure on the boy child. Yes, to have enough money to pay your bills, you need money to pay your bills and live within your means, which is perfectly fine. So we all need to be financially stable. And a family unit, maybe those who are family, they really need a financial breakthrough. Yes, it's been assumed that men would be would be the one to provide for their family. Even if the wife is working, it's been proved that men are the ones who are supposed to work hard, provide for the family. When they're down, they are stressed. So it's been assumed so. Yes. So what it does is it pushes our men, yeah, to other things, and those are the things I want us to look at today. Yes, yes, yes. So when I look down, I'm just reading my notes. In even cases where there's a husband and wife and it's working, it's assumed that the man is the one that need to work harder or to work for the family. And this brings pressure to the financial success. Yeah, it leads our men to abuse the system. What it does, it makes them abuse the system. And that's why you find that men are going to do fraud, men are going to steal, men are selling drugs, men are doing this and that, just because the society have pushed them that they need to be especially successful. So it have pushed them to do what they are not supposed to be doing. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for those who are continuing to join in. Leave a comment, leave a question if you're there. Leave a question, leave a comment, and you will be blessed. Number two, celebrated. Our men are never celebrated, whether it's Valentine, especially when it comes to things like Valentine. We as women, we want men to give us gifts. It's assumed that a man should give a woman a gift on Valentine, but it's supposed to be the other way around. So our men are less celebrated in our society. We look at things like in the government. Even when it comes to the government, you find that it's always a child, a woman, and then the man. Yeah, so there's that. They've always been put aside. They're never really celebrated as men. I know there are women, I'm not talking about all of us, but I know there are few who don't celebrate their men. So when things like Valentine, when it shows up, we as women, especially me as a woman, I'm expecting a lot from a man, but do we give back to them? So our men are less celebrated in our community. We see things like Father's Day as well. When it comes to Father's Day, it's not exciting, it's not publicized as Mother's Day. It's not like when you go shops, when you go all over, the marketing is not done as mother. When we raise children, Children will always appreciate their mom and say, my mom has always been there. It's always about mother. I'm not saying the fathers are not there, but you find that women were being celebrated more than the men. So our men are facing this kind of things. They're the ones working so hard. They're expected to have more money than us. They're expected to do better than us, but yet we should not celebrate them more than we celebrate ourselves. So men are also dealing with things that you might not see, you might not want. And men like to be celebrated. Men love to be loved. Men love to be appreciated. Men love to be shown that, yes, you can do it. Men love to be shown that you're the best, you're strong. Yes. Number three, the ideal man is often what makes a man suffer the most. As a man, you're expected to be tough. As a man, they're expected to be tough. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to show your weakness. Whether you're going through something, it's hard for a man to open up to the woman, because they're thinking, what is she going to think about me? She's gonna think I'm a weaker vessel. She's gonna think I'm not strong enough. So our men are going through those kind of issue in the society, that they have to be tough regardless. Nobody can be tough 24 hours. Nobody can be tough from January to January. They break down too. They do feel weak. They do feel like there's no way out. Yeah, they have pressure that their family, how is it going to end up? So it's expected that for them to be tough. They're expected not to cry, and they're expected to be breadwinner, which is perfectly fine. But we need to understand, as well as the society, that men face difficulties. Men do face issues. Men do feel a bit down. They do feel low sometimes. Yeah. So they're expected to, such things are expected to be as a father. They're expected to do all these things. And if they're not tough, they're called girly. They say they're girly. And nobody wants to be called girly in the society. So they have to continue being tough. And that's why you see the mental health in men have increased within time. Why? Because they're just bottling up things. They're just keeping things to themselves. Yeah? Because why? We don't expect them to break down. We don't expect a boy child or a man to cry. We don't expect a man to be financially not stable. We don't expect a man not to have money. So we put this pressure, so they end up doing things that they're not supposed to do. You find a good guy, he'll go to rob a bank, he'll go to rob something, he'll go and steal. Why? Because there's this pressure that he has to drive certain car, he has to dress a certain way, he has to live a certain level, he has to provide to a certain level. Even us as women, when we want our daughters to marry, we always put that pressure. Where does he work? How is he financially stable? Which is perfectly fine. But what I'm saying is, even men are allowed to break down. Men are allowed to cry. But the society have put that men should not cry. So I've said number one is money. Number two, we don't celebrate them enough. Number three is we want them to be tough. We expect them to be really tough. And number four is, sadly, there are many occasions where men have been defeated by their own vulnerabilities, yes, which often lead to range of mental health problems, or even worse, suicidal. And that's why you find a man who feels suicidal, but he cannot speak up. Why? Because it's expected of him to be strong. It's expected of him to be tough. It's expected of him to cry. Now, how can you cry? It's good to be tough. But it's always, as well as human, we are all human, and we need to understand that even our men need to be celebrated, and all these things are going to help them. So in many occasions, they will be strong. They'll try to conquer things on their own way. So even if they're going through mental problem, they'll keep it to themselves, because why? If they open up, they think, or maybe the person I'll open up to, they'll think that this is too small. There's no too small problem. We should stop assuming that our men should be strong and should not go through anything. We should stop assuming that our husbands or the men, even our boys, that they're not supposed to cry out. Crying is good. Being tough is good. But we need to stop assuming that. Yeah. So many, number five, some men lose motivation to go on. Yes, they lose motivation. They face all this. But when you look at a guy, you're like, no, they don't look like they're losing motivation. They do. They always lose motivation, especially sometimes at work. They lose motivation if you bring him down. If people are not believing in him, he loses motivation. If things are not working, if the business is not going very well, if things are not pushing very well, he will lose his motivation. Yes. So you need to understand that our men face issues. They face obstacles. And all these are not just this is just few that I'm not saying that take what is good and leave what you think is not good. So if that's what I believe that men are going through in our community, they're going through pressure, they're going through a lot of pressure, they're going through a lot of pain, but they cannot speak up. Why? Because we have assumed that they should not go through that, they should not cry. If they cry, it doesn't show a good picture. But yes, they can cry. Yes. While women are gradually climbing the ranks, women are every day we are lifting, we are going higher and higher. A great number of men seem to be losing their motivation, even as when we're working hard. When you're yesterday, I was talking. Not yesterday. On Friday, I was teaching about women, how the signs to see of a destiny killer, a man who is not helpful to you. Yeah. So, but you need to understand that when we are growing, and I say they get intimidated at times. Like when we are growing, when we are higher than them, you're getting more money than them. So you need to understand that gradually, when women we are raising our ranks, when we are gradually growing, they do get intimidated. They do lose their motivation because they're thinking, how can you do better? They expect it because the society have already assumed that a man should always do better than a woman. And now a table has turned. Women were doing much, much better. Women we are elevating. Women we are going driving schools. Women we are opening companies. So it's losing their motivation. And some of them are slowing down because they're thinking, wait, what is going to happen? Because one thing, if a woman is doing better than the husband, it kind of shuts him down. He feel like he doesn't have a voice because the woman is making more. But if you have a very respectful and a submissive woman, she should not be able to do those kind of things. Yeah, this loss of drive holds men back more often than anything else. It can be very difficult to maintain motivation over a long period of time. So you need to understand motivation. We need to motivate them. Yes, sometimes they will feel weak. Sometimes they feel like they're not wanted. Sometimes they'll feel like life is not worth it. Yes, sometimes they'll feel suicidal, especially that one. Why? Because they feel like nobody cares. Another thing I said is men are less celebrated in our society. They are not celebrated. You need to understand that our men need to be celebrated. We need to celebrate them. As I said, when it comes to things like birthdays, when it comes to things like Valentine's, when it comes to things like Christmas, when it comes to things like anniversaries, when it comes to things like Valentine, we don't show them. We expect from them. We expect to receive so much. So we are pushing them to do things that they don't even want to do. So I hope this broadcast is helping you. If it's helping you, kindly give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumb up, and also share with a friend. Share with a friend so we can be able to be in a better world, a better world where we appreciate our men because they also go through challenges. Celebrate them each and every day. When they do an achievement, celebrate them. They're working so hard to give us a great, a great world, a great place to live in. Celebrate them each and every day. Don't just celebrate your mother. Don't just celebrate your sisters. Always celebrate a brother. Brothers are going through hard time. Brothers are going through difficulties, and people may not understand because why? They'll keep it to themselves because the society have assumed that they should be strong, they should not break down, and they should not be able to speak up. When a man speaks about his problem, and in most cases we look like you should be strong, you should not be able to vent, you should not be able to cry, you should just be able to hold it in and be a man. Yes, man should be masculine, man should be physically strong, but it doesn't mean in their spirit that they're not going to feel low. Men face a lot of issues in our community. They're expected to do so much. They're expected to provide so much. They're expected to do mighty, mighty things. So it pushes them, some of them, notice some of them, to manipulate the system. And when I say manipulate the system, it means do things against the law. And that's why you're seeing a lot of drug dealers and men. A lot of drug dealers are men. A lot of people in crime are men. Though we have few women also. But you find why? Because that young man, he has a pressure that you have to dress nice. You have to have the latest shoe. You have to have the latest car. You have to have your account should read good. which is perfectly fine. But when we put this pressure, it's not good for their mental health. Yes, so we need to understand that even men do face issues. When a woman cries on the street, it's easier for people to go and ask, are you okay? It's easier for people to stand and watch a woman help a woman when she's crying or when she's going through something. But when a man will stand in someone crying, people think he's not okay. And 99% will just walk past and leave him there. Why? Because people have assumed that men should be strong and men should not cry and men should not vent out and men should not feel any pain and men should not even feel anything. Why? Because we have assumed that they should be strong. It's good to be strong. But let me tell you, allow them to vent. Thank you so much. I hope you've been blessed today. Please follow us on our Facebook page. It's Ray Beauty Show UK. May God bless you. Follow us there, like our page, and you'll be blessed. Also, like this broadcast, those on YouTube, and you haven't subscribed. The only way to know if you have subscribed is the name. You will say subscribed. It will turn from red to gray. But if it's still showing red, that means you have not subscribed to my channel. So please kindly subscribe to this channel. Tomorrow I'll be uploading a video. So I will not be going live tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be uploading a video, and it'll be a very good video because it will teach you how to bond with your children. It will teach you how to bond with your family. I want us to learn how to live in a better world. We need to learn how to bond even with our boy child in the house, and you'll be blessed. So tomorrow I'll be uploading a video about who knows who better. Do we know our kids? Yes. So this channel is more of helping us to grow in every aspect. We'll be tackling every Wednesday women, but every Monday is men. So today is Monday, so we're talking about men, and these are the issues that our men are facing. So on Friday I'll be posting about Ray Kitchen. We are doing Ray's Kitchen. So Fridays is Ray's Kitchen. So continue subscribing, continue sharing, continue liking us. And when you love us, when you comment, I always feel good. I will always feel appreciated, and that keeps me going. That motivates me. Continue loving us, continue growing with us. I know we are going to hit 15K. Now we are at 14K, and I know you will help me. By the help of you, your friend, and your family, we will get there. So thank you so much. Until next time, keep it real, keep it low. This is Ray Beauty Show. Baraka.